Hey everyone, it's Liz with Austin Edible Gardens. I'm in my backyard garden and I'm about to harvest some sweet potatoes, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I love growing sweet potatoes. They are a really fun, vining, tropical, luxurious looking foliage plant to grow. It's like a treasure hunt when you dig them up. How do I know they're ready to harvest? I was looking at my planting calendar the other day and noticed that I had planted them back in April, counted forward to today's date, and it's been 100 days. Most sweet potatoes take about 95 to 110 days to mature, but of course the part of the plant that we're after is underground and it might be a little hard to know if they're ready to harvest. I don't want to wait too long, especially in Central Texas. A couple summers ago, I grew a big crop of sweet potatoes and forgot to put on my calendar when I planted them, didn't know when to harvest them, left them in a little too long, and they became kind of starchy and flavorless. So this year I'm going to harvest them a little on the early side. Sometimes yellowing of the leaves can signify that the plant is ready to be harvested, but you can see these leaves are still really green. Okay, Joe and I are ready to harvest the sweet potatoes. This is the beautiful vine. In April, I planted 4 slips of sweet potatoes in this spot. 100 days later, this is what it's looking like. The leaves of sweet potato are edible. So the first thing I'm going to do is harvest some of the leaves to bring inside and cook. I'm also going to just go ahead and clean a lot of this out so that it's easier for us to dig. We have to remove some of these structures. I actually put a tomato cage around the sweet potatoes to help them grow vertically instead of spilling everywhere. You can see we have pretty limited space back here. So I'm going to take care of some of the foliage, the structures, and then we'll start digging. Sweet potatoes continue to grow if they're left underground, which isn't necessarily a good thing if you forget to record when you planted them and leave them in the ground too long and they become too big and starchy. But that can be used to your benefit if you want to check the size of your sweet potatoes. Dig up one of your plants and see if the sweet potatoes are a good size. If they are, go ahead and dig up all of your plants. If you think they need a little more time in the ground, leave the others in the ground for another 7 days and then check again. Okay, Joe and I cleared away all of the foliage. I see the roots here. Can you feel, dig in there and see if you can feel anything. Do you feel something in there? Okay, so we don't want to pull too hard on this. We want to loosen the soil. So I love this garden fork for this job in particular. I want to be careful not to pierce the potato. So I'm just going to kind of make a big circle around where I think the roots are and loosen it up, and then we'll kind of like treasure hunt for potatoes. Okay? You can see that we chose to plant our sweet potato slips in a small raised bed. You can also grow sweet potatoes in containers. If you don't have a raised bed or prefer container gardening, get a 10 to 15 gallon size container. You can fit about 2 or 3 slips in that size container and continue to water them and grow them in the container. When they're ready to harvest, you can just dump the container out, which might be a little bit easier to harvest than digging in this compact soil like we're doing. In general, each slip that you plant will produce about 1 pound of potatoes. So that's about 2 to 3 large potatoes and 2 to 3 small potatoes. Sweet potatoes love the hot weather, so we grow them in the summer here in Central Texas. Scientists believe that the sweet potato was cultivated over 5,000 years ago in Central and South America. It is in the morning glory family, and it's a distant relative to the white potato, which is in the nightshade family. It's also a distant relative of the yam. Sweet potatoes are so delicious and are considered a superfood because they're so rich in antioxidants like beta carotene. They also have a good source of fiber and vitamin B. The leaves of the sweet potato are also edible. I like to stir fry them. They are high in vitamin C, A, and K. Okay, so here's my modest harvest. I need to now store them properly, and a couple of them are nicked, maybe from where we were harvesting. Maybe they were just split. Sometimes they split underground, especially when they've been left in the soil too long, or if something underground nibbles on them. So these I can take inside and wash and eat in the next couple of days. These that are nice and unnicked, I want to just lightly brush off the dirt and take them inside into a well-ventilated, cool place and let them cure for about a week or two. It's actually improves the taste. It changes some of the starch into sugar, which makes them nice and sweet, the sweet potatoes. So this is a modest harvest. I was hoping for more, but I'm happy with it. It was fun. It made the garden look really pretty for a while with the lush foliage. And these are going to be delicious. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.